support from all the patriots here, and that run wasn't successful, or was it? I think it actually was, thanks to all the people here in this room who agitated for change in our political leadership. I see some of my friends at the RNC over there. We set up our country for success in this recent election cycle, but we didn't do it alone. How many people here in this room spent part of this last election cycle sending text messages to help turn out the vote? How many of you knocked on doors of strangers and friends to make it happen? How many of you people helped go out there and collect ballots and chase those ballots and help turn them in for your neighbors? How many of you volunteered for candidates, high and low? Thank you. Thank you. You are the ones who helped us win this election. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because for those of us in San Francisco, those victories are few and far between, but together we were able to give hope to everybody in this great United States. So thank you very much for all that all of you did. You deserve a round of applause. Now, my last visit here to Arizona was actually as a election lawyer on duty here in this very town, and it was a tense time. We didn't know the outcome, of course. We only knew that we had left it all on the field. And this victory that we're all enjoying and celebrating and getting ready for, all the ladies getting ready to shop for their inauguration outfits and so forth, it couldn't have happened without Turning Point. So I really wanted to come here and really just say thank you to this organization and to all of its supporters for making this possible. I don't think it would have happened without the organization that put in the work, raised the money, recruited the volunteers, and turned out the vote in the battleground states. They made the difference right here in Arizona and in many other battleground states. So Tyler Boyer and I, Charlie, and these folks, they worked so hard to make this happen, so I'm really grateful. Now, many of you may have heard that I have had the privilege of being nominated by President Trump to head the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice. Thank you. Thank you. It's a little unusual situation because the people who worked the hardest to make this happen and are being asked to serve in the government, we're actually, if you're going up for Senate confirmation, you have to be a little bit reticent about your remarks. So those of us who are out there on social media constantly have had to dial it back. That's why many of you have been complaining that all I'm doing is posting knitting pictures recently. I've gotten a lot of complaints about that, so I'm sorry, but that's by orders of the transition team. So just know that if I'm blessed to be confirmed by the United States Senate, that content is going to change. And we're going to be talking about the issue that I'm most passionate about in my career, which is the civil rights of our great nation. And I can't talk about what I hope to do with the guidance of my two bosses, President Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi, but I can tell you my vision, I think it's out there, of what civil rights is in this country. And I've spent my life fighting for the free speech rights of American citizens, dating back from my college years to today. Parental rights are civil rights in the United States. Children have rights in the United States to be free from predatory adults who seek to shape them in unnatural ways. Voting rights and the right for each of you to have your vote be counted equally and fairly and once, and everybody else is the same way, those are civil rights in these great United States. And I've always fought for those rights. And there's so many others. The right to free and fair access to education and housing, and the rights of the disabled. These are all important federal civil rights. And so I hope and pray that I'll be able to serve in that capacity, but regardless, for the rest of my years as a lawyer, I intend to keep fighting for those rights. And I'm so excited. It's a heady time. I just want to make sure that we don't forget in the excitement how we got here. We got here because President Trump is a man who has fought and sacrificed for all of those rights that I just mentioned. He has been a leader. He has been an inspiration to me and many other lawyers. And I'm really excited to have the opportunity to be able to serve in that capacity. Now, I'm going to miss my colleagues at the Dhillon Law Group. I haven't had a boss for 18 years. Someone just reminded me of that. Started my own law firm 18 years ago and have been my own boss, and that's been a challenge and a blessing. And then I started the Center for American Liberty 6 years ago as well, which has also fought for our civil rights. You're going to hear from one of my clients, Chloe Cole, tomorrow, who's a real hero to me as a brave young woman who stood up for some of these fundamental rights. So thank you very much for inviting me to be here and for giving me the opportunity to say thank you to all of you for making this possible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.